And now on to our dinosaur of the day, Antarctopelta, which was a request from BMX How To via YouTube, so thanks. The name means Antarctic shield, and it lived in the Cretaceous in what is now Antarctica. Bet you couldn't see that coming. It's hard to classify because it had characteristics of two different families, ankylosaur and nodosaur. Thompson and others in 2011 suggested that it's the basal-most known nodosaurid. There's only one species, Antarctopelta oliveroi, and the species name is in honor of Eduardo Olivero, who found the holotype, first mentioned it in print, and then worked in Antarctica for many years. It was discovered in 1986 on James Ross Island by Argentine geologists Eduardo Olivero and Roberta Scasso. They were hiking and they spotted fragments. It was the first dinosaur found in Antarctica, but the second dinosaur from Antarctica to be formally named. The first one named was Cryolophosaurus. That one wasn't found, though, till 1993. It was found in shallow marine deposits, and it took almost a decade to excavate because of harsh weather and frozen ground. The holotype consists of 3 teeth, part of the lower jaw, skull fragments, vertebrae, partial limb bones, toe bones, and pieces of armor. A lot of the bones are in poor condition because they were fragmented by freeze-thaw weathering. Antarctopelta had been written about in previous publications in 1987 and 1991, but it wasn't named until 2006. And it was named by Leonardo Salgado and Zulma Gasparini. It was medium-sized, estimated to be about 13 feet or 4 meters long, and it was stocky and herbivorous. It had leaf-shaped asymmetrical teeth, and it had large teeth compared to other ankylosaurs. The largest one was 0.4 inches or 10 millimeters across.
Oh, that's a huge tooth.
Mm-hmm. It was quadrupedal. There's 6 different osteoderms that were found near Antarctopelta, but not many were articulated with the skeleton, so it's unclear where they were on the body. One osteoderm is the base of a large spike. There's also flat oblong plates similar to the ones that were around the neck of the nodosaurid in Montonia. And there were also large armor circular plates with smaller polygonal nodules that may have formed a shield over the hips. It had an oval-shaped osteoderm with a keel running down the middle. That was found in the ribs, so it may have run in rows along its flank. And it had ossicles, small bony nodules that were probably all around the body. Not much of the skull is known, but all skull fragments found were heavily ossified. And one bone, a supraorbital, had a short spike that would have come outwards over the eye. Not all of the tail was found, but some of the vertebrae found probably was near the tip of the tail, and they had ossified tendons, which would have stiffened the tail, probably to support a tail club, though that has not been found for Antarctopelta. Nodosaurs do not have club tails. So at first, scientists thought that Antarctopelta was juvenile, but parts of the vertebrae were fused together, as seen in adults, so maybe it was a subadult. Back when Antarctopelta lived, the Earth was warmer. There wasn't ice in Antarctica yet. So it lived in forests with conifers and possibly deciduous trees, but there still would have been long periods of darkness in the winter. The Antarctic Peninsula at this time was connected to South America, so animals could have traveled between continents, though there's no evidence yet of common ankylosaurs between Antarctica and South America. It probably lived in the same time and area as ornithopods like Dinosaur.